everybody. I'm Nancy Sasaki, Executive Director at Alliance Healthcare Foundation. And today, I am introducing you guys to our new staff. And this with me today is Paul Brown. He's our new CFO.
Hello all.
Hi, welcome. Glad you're joining us.
Thank you.
I obviously am very excited. Oh, I forgot. It's Paul. It's Paul. Yeah. Okay. So I'm very excited to have Paul on board because we finally have the stability in this position and everything. Don't forget, everybody, if you have a question for Paul, you can tweet that to @AllianceHF. We'll see what we get in. Don't forget, we've got it right here. So, Paul, what's been the most interesting or fun part about being here?
I would say short time I've been here. Most interesting is everyone's drive to do better.
Yeah, it's great to be a part of that.
For sure.
Right?
From the board to you to everybody.
Yeah, cool. Well, we're glad you're a part of that because I see it in you too.
Thank you.
Yeah, so the other thing is, what was different? What have you learned that's like you weren't necessarily expecting?
For me, the big side was coming from a more profit-based companies coming into the nonprofit world was, I said it was always a money grab on the profit side. But the nonprofits is how do we do more? How do we give more? What can we do better with the money that we have?
Yeah. It's kind of a fun thing to be part of,
Absolutely.
Right? You like
Absolutely.
the change?
It's a good side of the coin to be on.
Yeah. Hey, we have a tweet here from for you. It says, "How does the CFO impact the success of a foundation?"
Success of the foundation for me, kind of a CFO champions that ROI or exactly what we're talking about, rather than kind of a say and spray mentality of how do we make things better, is kind of get it focused and figure out how to have that actual return on investment that you need.
Yeah, but I think I've also seen that as we try to do these new PRIs, the program related investments, what's been awesome about Paul is that he already knows this stuff like backwards and forwards, and I'm really learning a lot from him. He's bringing a lot of resources to us, so really looking forward to getting more money out into the community and helping more organizations.
It's been fun.
Yeah,
for sure.
But we got a long work ahead of us.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, thank you for joining us. I'm going to bring in Michele Silverthorn, who is our program officer. Yay!
Thanks for having me.
Welcome, Michele.
Thank you.
So you haven't been on the job as long as Paul has, and that's been a month. So how long have you been with us?
This is week 3.
Week 3. Wow.
Yes.
Very good. Very good.
So I'm still settling in, but I feel comfortable.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So what are you most looking forward to working with?
Who am I or what am I? Well, you know what? The one thing that I kept on thinking about, or that I'm thinking about in the last couple of weeks, is there's been different things and questions I've had for you, for Selena, or for Paul. And then I realized, oh, wait, I don't have to do that. That's not in my job description. Because for the last 6 years, I've been this Jill of all trades doing so many different things. So I'm excited to be able to focus on just building relationships and working with the community and working with the grantees.
Yeah, and we're in a really exciting time right now. It's like, this is going to be her project for the mission support grants, and we're right in the middle of them. So what's been the most interesting or different than what you expected?
There's 114 applications. And I thought, I'll be able to breeze through these and kind of get a good idea of who's in there and what's going on. And it's been taking me a lot longer than I expected.
Yeah.
So, which is exciting because there's a lot of organizations that I've heard about or that I thought, I know what they do. And then once I've looked at their videos or looked at their applications, I realized that I didn't really have a good idea. So I have a lot of learning to do, but I'm excited to really jump into it and find out what else is going on in health and wellness in San Diego and Imperial County.
But you may feel like you've got a lot to learn, but from where you came from, you already knew a lot about the community. Talk a little bit about where you came from.
So let's see, the last 6 years, I was with an organization that was working on immigrant worker health issues. So I guess I just learned more about the smaller organizations that were, I don't know about on the fringe, but I think that the informal tagline for the organization was too small, too new, too controversial. So I really got to know these organizations that were very small and maybe had a smaller population that they were working with, but making really big impact.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I saw a little bit earlier that we had a tweet for you.
Ooh, exciting.
I know, it's very exciting. So the tweet for you is, where do you see the big opportunities to impact health and wellness in our community? Think about San Diego and Imperial.
Yeah. Well, I think that, the AHF is already making a really big impact in health and wellness. But the buzzword of the, I don't know if it's the last handful of years, is really collaboration and integration. So I think it's just continuing to build the bridges and find the organizations that might have that bigger umbrella and that the smaller ones can work with, and just to build a better integrative system in health and wellness.
Wow, good luck.
Yeah, the goals.
Yeah, it's like, okay, good. Are you giving yourself, what, a month or two to get that done?
We'll work on it.
Yeah. No, but I think there are a lot of exciting things happening in both counties and in different ways when you talk about collaboration. So looking forward to working with you on that.
You as well, Nancy. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Yay! Okay, we're clapping. Yay! Okay. So isn't that really exciting? Don't forget that you can tweet at AllianceHF any questions that you might have. Now it's just me, so go easy. And also don't forget that we're on Facebook. You can like us on Facebook. Also, you can like us on LinkedIn or connect with us on LinkedIn. I forget these things. I forgot to make my notes. But anyway, we're out there. We're all over. I know it. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I think there's a button for that. But anyway, so we're all over social media, through email, through our website. Don't forget to get in touch with us and let us know what's going on in the community. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about a couple of things. As I mentioned with Michelle, mission support updates. We did get in 114 applications. We're steadily going through those. As you've seen on our Facebook page, I'm sure, we're posting the videos from those applications so that you can get a better idea of what's going on in our community and the organizations that are doing some awesome work out there. I think we're posting like 2 a day, so keep checking on Facebook. Every day there's something new with Alliance Healthcare Foundation. And you can check out the videos. You know what? Actually, if you check out a video, make a little note about what you thought. Like, what was the awesome thing that you learned about that organization? Really good to hear from you about what you're seeing on our Facebook page. Also, I owe the community a huge apology because I have a few responsive grants sitting on my desk that I haven't had a chance to respond to, not being very responsive. So shame on me. There's a button for that one too. Uh-oh, yep, that's me. So anyway, I am getting to those. I promise that I will get word out to you by the end of the year, hopefully before we leave on holiday vacation. So I apologize to everybody on responsive grants. The other thing I was going to talk about, oh, I see that I have a tweet. I have a message. I have a question. Oh, looking back at 2014, what were some of the big changes you've seen in health and wellness? Wow. You know, I think that one of the things that's really exciting and a little bit scary out there is there's a lot of movement towards use of data and technology. And whereas I'm excited about that because I think the use of technology and data will tell us a lot more about the health of our community, about how we were doing with regard to our programs and reaching out to people. I think that it's a huge challenge for some of our smaller nonprofits in our community, both in San Diego and in Imperial counties, to really kind of step up to being able to collect that data in a way and use that data so that they can report it out and maybe respond back to foundations. So I think that's one of the big changes that I'm seeing. Michelle talked about collaboration. There's a lot of talk about that now in terms of the work that we're doing. Again, as we've always talked about here at Alliance Healthcare Foundation, we're talking about reducing cost, improving quality, and increasing capacity. And however you talk about doing that, whether it's through use of data and better reporting, whether that's through collaboration and working together and reducing and capitalizing on some of the efficiencies, you know, all of that kind of is the big change that's happening right now. It has happened in 2014, and I see carrying forward into 2015. So don't forget, you can tweet me at AllianceHF. Just try and stump me. I know you can. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about, one of the things I like to use this for is talk about some of the big umbrella things that are happening in our community. And one of those is the whole person care work group. That's a mouthful, you know, because that actually started off through the San Diegans for Healthcare Coverage, looking at some of the changes that are happening in our community. And there were 2 separate work groups talking about behavioral health and housing first, and then also in the health homes that were mostly the medical clinics. But all of that overlaps so much. I mean, this is a big, huge collaboration, right, between all the community clinics, the people that are in behavioral health, people that are doing housing, the people that are working with the homeless, and looking at how do we design a system. And the key question they were asking is, What would you do if you had $100 million to start all over and create a whole person care system for our community? We had 2 months to put this together, so I'm sure we'll get the answer by next week. But we really wanted to continue to look at what's going on in our community, take the best practices, mulch it together into something that really came out and did, what were those 3 things? Improve cost, improve quality, decrease cost, improve quality, and increase capacity. So in whatever way we can do that, hopefully being budget neutral would be a really great outcome for the whole person care work groups that are working together. All of that will go forward to the state and a lot of things that are happening, whether it's accountable care communities or it's the 1115 waiver or any other number of funding sources that are happening in our community. There's stuff going on around the edges of this camera that you can't see, and they're trying to distract me. So just tweet me something at AllianceHF. Check us out on Facebook. And then I'm just going to end this with, it's almost the end of the year, and it's that time of year where everybody does their New Year's resolutions, right? And there are some people on the side of, I'm not going to make any resolutions because I'm not going to keep them, so why make them? And there's other people that make them every single year with every good intention of carrying out on their New Year's resolutions, and typically within 1 month, they can't even remember them, what that was, right? But anyway, hopefully you'll be in somewhere in the middle where you're making New Year's resolutions for 2015 to improve your health, be better about your wellness, and be in alignment with our mission to advance health and wellness. So thank you everybody for joining us today. Have a great holiday season. Bye.